have quite funny though. Bring your manners to work day. Bring your manners to work day. Today is also bring your manners to work day. Quite interesting. So people don't bring the manners to work anymore. And so it's good for you to bring your manners back to work. Okay, we need your manners. Where are your manners? No man, it's the world is changing. It's like a global warming. Cloud is changing. The earth is moving in different patches. All right, so bring your manners back to work day. Today is that day. And maybe I'm going to talk about that. But let me talk about the Read a Book Day, National Read a Book Day, September 6th, calls all book lovers, to indulge in their favorite hobby guilt-free, bringing new worlds to life. And that's the book Enlightened. The books enlighten us and transport us on exciting adventure that can challenge our perspective, your perspective, my perspective on the human experience in ways that it's actually unmatched by other media in a world deluged by technology, more especially now that we have, AI. You don't even know what's real anymore. Okay, so I mean, in this challenging period, where we have this in perspectives on the human experience in ways that is unmatched by the other media in a world that is deluged by definitely different kind of technology. The National Read a Book Day is encouraging every one of us, you and me, to silence the noise, turn the pages for a while. It's like turn off if you have a book, a soft copy or hard copy, you can turn off your phone. The phones actually can be a big distractions. I mean, it can be a big distraction. And when you turn it off, you can go to a secluded place, isolated in your house or any library that is good. How many libraries that we even have, public libraries that we even have in Lagos? Well, I don't move too much freely like these days. I mean, I don't move like that. Before I used to go out, go check out things, for myself. But these days I rather ask. And sometimes when you ask, it's not even enough, because at the end of the day, when you go there to check after you've gotten the information, you will find that nothing is not like what you heard. Okay, so it's best for you to also most times go find out things yourself, even if you have the information from people. All right, so look for a way, get your kids to be reading books. Listen, get your kids. Sometimes I try to talk about these things, but I know there's just 10% of people that will listen who are already doing it. Who knows? And that 10%, they don't like to follow the crowd, because most times people follow crowds, and it's for some reasons. And so if you're one of those who don't follow crowds, it will be better for you to stick on not following the crowd and do what based on not based on them, based on not on anything else, but based on making things happen for you and your family. Books are good to read as an adult. The day you stop reading, the day you diminish, it's good to read. There's a whole lot, and those who know what I'm saying, no. I mean, that's what we call speed reading. Some of us are privileged to study and understand with all the technicality, and how to do speed reading. We can read a book, as I said before. I've said this before. We can read a book that you are supposed to read, a voluptuous book that is meant to be for, usually you read that kind of book of 1,000 pages or 2,000 pages or less than that. You read it for weeks, and you borrow somebody, you loan somebody a book, and you're trying to get a book back. And she or he start telling you, look, or he or she start telling you that I've not finished reading the book. I mean, I have this book and I have to finish it. And then you're looking at the duration. It's like a month, two. When are you going to finish? And that's why people have problems in loaning out their books, because they tell you go and buy it. I've been there. I've been on that road. So when you know how to do speed reading, first of all, you must have the love of, reading. You must have that as an adult. Then for the kids, the parents, definitely the guidance, whoever that is taking care of the kids, whoever's got kids, and you really want them to grow, this is the time. It's not initiating them into, the reading culture. It's very important. And when they make mistakes, please don't crucify them. They are not Jesus, but they are like. So, okay. So do not do that. The one who has taken the crucifix to another level to save all of us has done it. So you don't need to crucify them. And make sure you don't, shame them. These things are wisdom that, you can pay money somewhere to get, but you get it free. From Voice of the People, yeah. So that's it. When you have first love for reading, and you're getting tired of, getting along to read a book for a long time, that might actually prompt you to start looking out for, how to read speedily. You can finish a book that is supposed to last for 2 months. You can finish it for 2 hours or 1 hour. You can finish a book that is supposed to last for possibly maybe a week. You can finish it for 30 minutes, less than that. Some can do it for 20 minutes, 10 minutes. And the most professional when it comes to this, the most deep professionals when it comes to, those are my lecturers who, I came from out there. They will tell you that they can finish a book for 5 minutes. A book for 1 week, a book that we all reading that and perusing that book for just less than 5 minutes. And I've been privileged to be one of those who can do that. Yes. All right. So it's good to read. So initiate and indulge your kids, your people around you, because that's exactly how we can develop in different areas. If we want to take back what is ours, you have to be knowledgeable to understand exactly what to do. When you don't have that knowledge, that drive, it will be a difficult thing for you to be able to learn new things. Okay, so National Read a Book Day is today. Try and get a book this week. Get a book and start reading, and make up your mind that you're gonna finish it. I don't want to go into details and tell you, or I would have loved to get a competition going on, but no, it's not here. Today's also let's move along. Today's also bring your manners. This was very funny. Yeah, actually very funny, but this is life. Bring your manners to work day. So this is where you bring your manners to work. You bring your manners to work, and this day is actually celebrated on the first Friday of September, and it's a year that will be celebrated. Yes, 6 and with 9 to 5 routines. They're doing it with 5 to 9 routines. Which probably is going to be like spending more time, with work, family, than the real family. Work family, not your house family. And so that's it. And much like at home, good manners are actually needed to be followed at the workplace. And this includes not having messy workstations, conversing politely, and not using your cell phone when you are in the company of others. Is quite dynamic. It's crazy. Just have that knowledge in case you don't have. All right. And another holiday today, quite funny holiday today also, is this Fight Procrastination Day. Fight Procrastination Day. You fight it. A lot of us actually procrastinate. There's some things that we needed to do. We do an incident. The issue is that you need to prioritize yourself. First of all, my father used to tell me, you have to know what to do. What to do first. Prioritize it. What is the most important thing in your life? That is very important. That can actually usher another big stuff that can bring more stuff up there. It's like something that has to do with networking. It's like you're planting a seed. What is that seed that you need to? That's what you need to work on. Start now and do not procrastinate. So today you're fighting procrastination because this is the day. Every September 6th, there's an holiday, but remember to fight procrastination. Procrastination is evil. There's a lot of things that you want to do, but you procrastinate. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I know a lot of you listening to me now, you have procrastinated so many of your projects. But it's not good. So, I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to face your procrastination issues. Face it head on. Because, we have all been, including myself, I've also been a victim of that power. I mean, a lot of us. I've been a victim. So, I mean, you and me, we've been victims of that powerful urge to push an very important task to a further date. We push it from this date, and we keep pushing from the other date, and we keep pushing, and it's bad because at the end of the day, it does no good. There's a negative effect from being procrastination. So, and this procrastination we're talking about could be a result of daunting nature of task, or maybe simply because you are not feeling up to it. Sometimes you need to force yourself even when you're not feeling up to it, because no matter the reason, procrastination can be a major spanner in the works, and that definitely straining mental and physical health. That can kill you in some way. I don't know, but this observance, it aims at promoting effort geared towards combating procrastination in all its forms. Whether he had legs, whether he looks like a vampire, whether it looks like something that came from another world, from another planet, like the Ananuka. However, in all its forms, you will need to promote and work on yourself to be able to fight that. So today is fighting it. So fight procrastination today. Another one today is called the Great Egg Thursday. Those of you who eat a lot of eggs, please, you can eat one. I got like over 10 crates of eggs in the house. And somebody actually taught me to be eating eggs and I said, no, I'm not gonna do this. So boil the egg and eat it every morning after drinking water first thing. What does it do? He said a lot of things, but I see in his house, I'm seeing him eating eggs like 2, 3, 4, 5 eggs, which is not healthy. Can somebody tell me why do people eat a lot of eggs? One egg is okay for a day. It's like a dose of a particular supplement. If you take it more than that, I don't know, maybe you can say it's according to your body size. It doesn't make sense. So Great Egg Thursday is today. You're also celebrating Great Egg Thursday, Great Egg Thursday, the tossing the egg, and it's taking place this day every year, September 6th. And this, of course, is to celebrate the sport of egg. And other interesting fact about the egg toss game. If you want to know it, maybe you can dial. I will have sent it to our website so you can go there and check it. But then, Ludo is one of them. There are a lot draft that people will leave their house and leave their wives and their family and go and play a draft. You know that when they're always, it's also it should be a game. And these things actually, I don't know where they all started, but I feel that it had a ground in this part of the world. We will have used those things as to put poverty out of some family. Use those games, those things that we play, use it as a new sports, initiate it into our own and let the whole world know. But sometimes when you talk about creating something in this part of the world, you are being frustrated. I don't know if anybody understand what I'm saying. Come on. When you want to create something, when you want to invent something, you'll be wondering. It takes, I don't know what, I don't know, but it takes certain kind of strength, mental strength, for you to be able, to come up with something like this, to create and invent something and stay on it. And it's not just a mental, you need God on your side. You need some certain kind of grace, because let me tell you, there are a lot of killers, crab mentality killers, or crab mentality type killers, or should I say again, crab mentality type of killers, dream killers are all of this. This is the part of the world that you see is very rampant. Somebody invented something and he tells his friend, and the friend goes back, hijack that stuff, taking somebody and pretending as if somebody else is doing it, and follow other person, and not knowing, before you know, he is out of it. He's out, and he's bringing it out, and he's the one holding the head of it. And you are like, okay, but I came up with this thing first. How come somebody else? So it's difficult for you now to explain things to people, tell them that, look, whether friends or family or colleagues, it's difficult because it's not a safe place anymore. We've seen it happen a lot of times. And so you definitely will be frustrated at the end of the day, except there is some certain kind of strength, an inner strength, emotional strength, mental strength, and grace from the outer space, out of this world, that you can, be able to push to pattern, some creation of yours, which could be a blessing to the world. And if you watch the internet, you will see a lot of children doing things. The other day, I saw a group of girls in a particular school, in a secondary school, talking about secondary school, created a generator. They invented and created a generator that is not moved by PMS. That generator he walked only by urine. Funny, right? These are, I can't remember if they're Nigerians. I think they should be Nigerians or Uganda. Is it Kenya? No, I think it's Nigerians. I flip on it because, too many things to read. But I know, and I still have the picture on my phone. I'm going to go visit that. They created and invented a generator for electricity as normal as the usual generator that you see. But this one is not used, can work with any other thing than urine, human urine. So all you need to do is just go and they will have a place where you pass your urine, and then it will go straight down inside there, and then so it's like using your waste product. It's like renewed waste products. And that's exactly what's going on in developed countries. That's why, I'm shocked at why it's different here. So many things that we have here, we can't even, you look at the solar, being frustrated people. They frustrated the, solar thing and make it so high because people who are selling generator, there are plenty. Generator people actually get along with the NEPA people, the electricity power people. Take it to the bank, I can say it. I ain't scared. The truth is, they did this. I figured this in a particular city. So either the particular day, I was all ears, so I know exactly what went down. I was not in the country, but I know what was happening at that time. Now, this frustration of the solar people is based on a particular marketers, a cabal that is actually in charge of selling generator. And why do we even sell generators when we were supposed to make our light, our electricity power, our what big good, like other African countries? And we actually supply to some other African countries. It doesn't make any sense. It's just like having a disability person controlling traffic. Or have you seen a madman? Most times, for those of you who travel, Abuja, Lagos, Port Harcourt, or someone, any other state, city, most times we see mad people controlling traffic, and then we that are sane, we move. I'm not lying. This is not a lie. It is not a terrados. This is real. I've seen them so many times. If it's not a mad people, it's not a mental deranged people who are controlling traffic, it's definitely going to be somebody who's not feeling good, someone who is a disability controlling traffic. Why they and then it's shocking that even with the mad people, you see the one that is sane, the insane ones controlling traffic, and the ones that is sane is the one driving and saying, yes, you're doing a great job. Niger, why we so these people frustrated. Solar wasn't rampant. We were thinking that, oh Christ, we've gotten a different deal here, and this sector definitely gonna make sense. Well, all of a sudden, the generator sellers, marketers, I believe, actually went in and have some really good stuff with the power people, and in a particular community, this happened. This is how I got to know. They do it so that you will get a gen. NEPR doesn't give you light. They say the transformer is having problem. They come with exuberant price or exuberant cash contributions from that community, and then they're asking, going around after they've gotten it from the local government chairman, or they've gotten it from the representative of that particular what's it called, that particular area, the House of Rep person who's actually charging that particular area, must have actually given the money to them. I don't know, but they will still come and be asking cash for individual houses to be able to get money to buy a transformer. It doesn't make sense. That one doesn't make sense. See, all these things doesn't make sense. And then the NEPR doesn't give you light. They want you to go buy a generator because, of course, if you're having light, your generator definitely will not, and then it will be waste. So why do we have a lot of generator in the country? Is because, of course, there must be a good deal between them and the power holders, people holding electricity powers, so that people will be forced to buy it, and then they gain from it. Another thing, again, in another community, they did it in such a way that it was now them and filling stations, a PMS station, which we went for investigative journalism. We went to find out that in that particular area, they don't have light most times, sometimes for the whole week, a month. So for those who already have gen, if they don't have PMS, it's crazy. So when they want to sell, when the filling station in there, they have done transaction with the power holders, when they want to sell, NEPR that 1 week or 1 month, and those who don't have gen will go buy gen, and those who have gen will say, okay, fine, we can't just have gen without having a PMS. They will go there, and then you see influx of people going to that particular filling stations who agree to do business with them, and they go there and buy fuel. To buy fuel, make money. It's crazy. I have seen too many things there that can actually make somebody to carry some loader Glock and just go in, but no, we can't do that. So what am I saying? This sports that is called Great Egg Toss is a sport. Somebody created it. They toss egg, and they have rules and regulations. Which I might want to talk about it, but my time is going. But then maybe I should talk about it a little bit. You know, the egg tossing is a fun and very simple game. All right, and where people play in teams. They have teams, so the rules are quite easy. One member of the two-person game tosses an egg to another, and there are two categories in the game: tosser and catcher. So the tosser is the one who throws the egg, and the other player is the catcher. So the game is actually played starting at 10 meters apart. 10 meters apart. This will throw, and the catcher will get it. If the egg does not break, they step apart, and the toss is repeated. Then the game goes on till one egg remains unbroken. So you need to ensure that you have the unbroken egg at the end. So the history of the egg toss game is kind of like an interesting one. The game is actually said to have originated around a long time ago. Can you imagine this? I give you the figure: 1322 in a place called Lincolnshire village, a Lincolnshire village. Back in the medieval times, the only person who had chicken encouraged church attenders by giving locals arms of one egg. The egg throwing, festival will be held during an Easter. That's why they always played at Easter at the church. During those times, the church priest will give out hard-boiled eggs to everyone, which will then be tossed around the center of the church. And then the choir boy who was then holding the egg, when he struck 12, will get to keep one. So the World Egg Throwing Federation now is the official body that regulates. They are the one that regulate. Talking about the World Egg Throwing Federation is the official body of the that regulates the World Championship of this particular game, and the World Egg Throwing Federation Championship is held in Swatton, somewhere in England called Swatton, each year on the last Sunday in June since 2026, or shall I say 2006. So try and enjoy this messy fun game that has hundreds of years of tradition. And we have too many things that we can actually use for games, but we have not been able to, initiate it into, into sports. And that's crazy. Apart from that, but it's okay. I wish you well. For those who have too many vendettas, you have so many of you who have things to do, and you want to create one or two games like this. Don't be frustrated. Try your best to get it done. All right, so we're going to take a little break now. When we come back, we'll open the phone lines. My time is really gone. It's 11 minutes gone past the hour, 10 o'clock. Why I keep talking about holidays and fun holidays, and just to keep you abreast with life and keep your life out there. As a matter of fact, what will it be if you don't have something that is serious with a little fun inside of it? All right, let's take a break. I'll be right back again in a couple of minutes. Let me take a couple of maybe one commercial, and I will be right back. Don't go away. My name is Rahim, and this is the Nighttime Show. It is an open mic. We'll come to talk about the state of the nation. We'll be talking about any other thing you want to talk about. I'll be all ears, and the microphone will be on your side. If you're ready, now let's go. I'll be right back.
From the views on the street,
we go to bed empty hunger,
to the blaring horns of a hustling city, the loudest voices of the common man got a medium to be heard.
This particular administration, they were coming unprepared.
It's not a bad thing to renovate the president's lodge.
Through top-notch programming, unbiased reportage of news, sports, business, entertainment, and cultural documentaries, Voice of the People 90.3 FM became a symbol for 21st century media. And now, a new baby is born. Voice of the People Television, VOP TV, youthful, full of vigor and pressure for excellence in the continent's media space, exposing the wrongs, applauding the rights, dissecting the news without fear or favor, through factual and accurate stories and contents.
Corruption kills three things and makes a society.
Representing the interests of the people and giving them a voice. Voice of the People TV, building a fair society. VOP TV, Voice of the People Television, truly a voice for the people.
Are you aware that Iruka Online Limited installed and designed a 100,000 capacity church building? Oh yeah, we are the sole distributors of global leading brands all over the world, such as Wafday Line Array, speakers and digital amplifiers, Preseno's digital mixers and studio equipment, Coswell workstations and keyboards, Fender guitars, Mapex drums, Ashdown bass combos, just to mention but a few. We offer flexible payment plan handled by our financial department with 24/7 customer care support system. You can visit our website on www.iruka.com to avoid buying fake products. You can also visit our showroom at number 36 Lagos International Hotel. Iruka, never settle for less.
If you want to be heard, say it here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. People 90.3 FM.
All right, so you're welcome back. If you want to be heard, is here. Okay, so let's get to what we are supposed to do. It is time for us to start the show properly. Yes. Welcome on board. All right. Now, a situation has been there. I talked about it yesterday, and I'm going to just briefly talk about it, and then we will open the phone lines, and then you talk about your own. I talk my own talks, you talk your own talk. What is that thing that is bothering you? What you want to see change? What is the thing you want to see change in the nation? What is that thing that is making you want to rant about something? You want to be able to ease yourself from some blood clot, or shall I say you're having a high blood pressure and you want to release it. This is the only time that you can release that and take that out of you. If you're angry about certain things that you want to talk about, no problem, as long it is good. Austin, could you please? And that is what I'm looking at for. Okay, so it's just as simple as a cinch. I'm gonna talk about my own talk. That's something that is bothering me, and I'm gonna open the phone lines afterwards. You can go ahead and talk about yours. Good. Look at that. All right, shout out to the little girl who did that. I'm seeing it. Okay. All right. Okay, so yesterday I talked about something, and it was about the teenagers who died because of two Nigerians, and they were actually siblings. It's about two brothers who actually were involved themselves in sextortion. Sextortion is when you I'm going to explain that to you so you can understand it in the best way, okay? And murder, and these two brothers have been convicted. They have been sentenced, as a matter of fact, to 17 years in prison. Now, I'm going to put you up to speed in this. Let me put you up to speed and update you. Nigerian brothers, these are young people I'm talking about. That's why we need to be careful with our people. They have been sentenced to 17 years in prison for 16-year-old high school student in a place called Michigan in America. Now, these brothers from Lagos, Nigeria, here were extradited. They were extradited to the United States and charged in connection with a scheme which involved the sexual exploitation of over 100 victims, not just that teen that committed suicide or that died, but they have actually been doing this for a long time, and they've got exploiting people, over 100 victims, and including 11 minors. 11 minors, that's 11 younger people. Now, according to what we got information in court documents, the Ogoshi brothers use hacked social media account. That means they use somebody else's account that was, hacked by them. So they use an hacked social media account. For example, when you hear people say that my account has been hacked, this is exactly what it means. People hack your account, and then they use it to do whatever they want to do, exploit people and all of that. So that was what they used, a hacked account or social media account, to create fake profile, and they actually conduct online research about their victims. They conduct job. If they have a good job and they are doing this as a job, wouldn't it pay them very well? That's the point, the mindset. So they did conduct a lot of online research about their victims, which is the number thing they do, learning about their personal details and identities. Now these brothers will then solicit their minor victims to produce sexually explicit images of themselves, and which is one of those things that happens in the developed world, because most of the teenagers have their own phones. They've been given a lot of opportunities and a lot of free, the freedom to do a lot of crazy stuff. That's why young people out there get into so many things, but it's not all of them. And then we talked about it on Women's Day when we were talking about. This is a normal thing. They take, the brothers will then solicit their minor victims, the younger ones. They'll talk to them to produce a sexual explicit images of themselves. Then they're not threatening to disclose the images to their family, friends, and classmates, unless they agree to pay money using online cash applications. How did they even go that far to do that? So the scheme resulted in the death of Jordan DeMay, one teenager called Jordan DeMay, a male high school student from Michigan. And of course, that's the bust up of their heinous crimes. So the Ogoshi brothers were found guilty of conspiring to sexually exploit multiple minors, and they were sentenced to 17 years and 6 months in prison. So by the time they're going to be out, of course, maybe the 24 years old will be 34, because they might not be able to get to that. If they behave well, they might come out before time. But that's really going to be a lot of torture for them. And the funny part is that they stay here to do it, and they are now in America by choice, by force, to serve prison terms. Wonderful. It's crazy. So 17 years and 6 months is what you've given them in prison terms. They will also undergo 5 years of supervised release following their imprisonment. So the sentencing was met with condemnation from Attorney General Merrick B., who stated that the defendant actions were a serious violation of the trust of children and young people. I can go on and on and on again. This is the problem. Now, if you talk to some parents about this, they will tell you, my kids are smart, and let them do whatever they want to do, and they will blame it to what's going on in the country. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I had a talk downstairs with a lady, and when somebody was asking her for something, and he started talking about young people. Why can't young people do something for themselves? And I reminded her that the system here is bad. Not all young people that are not doing anything, all young people that have issues. So we had a little debate, or we talked about it a little bit. We understood ourselves. whether or not what's happening here in this country is happening elsewhere. Nobody should use the situation that's going on, to justify any stupid thing and whatever doesn't make sense. It will not be good. Now, if a parent tells you that or tells you this kind of stuff, justifying their kids when they were still doing it when they were in courts, it will be a slap in the face. But now, like, what are the parents going to say about this? This is my personal guy. Whatever you do, don't get caught. But now you get caught, definitely you will serve the 17 years and 6 months in prison. See, this is what we're talking about. But then again, if the country, the nation is doing well, the system is good, and people are seeing small stuff coming, some of these things wouldn't happen like this. But I know that even when things are a little bit better, people still do things because they're greedy. But then let it be good, so that we now know that yes, when the nation is good, anybody who does anything outside it will know that the person is greedy, and you pay for your sins. As simple as that. So this is my talk. Don't know which one is your talk today. We're gonna keep it. We'll keep it down, and we'll make it calm and collected. So my phone lines are open now. You can call and talk about yours. I'm actually sick and tired of talking about certain things. That's why I came up with this, this one. So what is your talk? My lines are open. 0700-903-903-903 and 08171756338. Let's talk. Come on, it's a talk station. All right, let's go. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Good evening, Rahim.
Good evening to you, Peter Sifo. You're welcome.
My name is Peter Usifo. I'm calling from Abaranja, Nikoti.
All right, you're welcome on board. Happy Friday
Thank
to
you
you.
so much.
Did you not go out today?
Did I do what?
Did you not go out today? Did you not have fun today? I mean, everybody's going out to have fun. Take some couple of beers and, have fun with your lady, like that.
I did not go out today. I did not.
Okay, so why? Is it because of money or something?
I'm going to have my fun on Sunday. By God's grace.
Okay, fine. No
Tomorrow and
problem.
Sunday.
Okay.
That's the weekend, yeah.
All right now.
Yeah, I had your introduction. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but I very much took interest in one thing you said in your preamble. You mentioned crucifix. Somebody going to the crucifix and saving the whole world. You mentioned that. Remember?
Yes, I did. So that was a slip. That was shall I say the slip of a tongue?
Yeah. So what I want to know, I hope your name is spelled R-H-A. R-A-H-E-E-M. Is that not?
No.
I thought that is Rahim.
And there's also Rahim. There's R-A-H-I-E-M. They're all kind of the same, though. But the real pronunciation there, the real spelling, to say, is R-A-I-M.
Okay, R-A-I-M.
Yes.
Rahim.
That is the real name. And R-A-H-I-E-M or R-A-H-E-E-M is the Rasmataz. That is my Ratmataz name. What I mean is because it has to do with the media.
Okay. I've heard that. Will I say that you have a Mohammedan tendency?
If you say so, I don't know what you mean by that.
Okay, that's very. I want to spell it out. You are a Muslim, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I am not.
You are not.
I am not a Muslim. Why are you investigating me this night? You're interrogating me. Are you a police officer?
No, really. You mentioned crucifix. I wondered. How you took it up. Crucifix. Somebody going to the crucifix saving the whole world.
I am.
Could this not be a Christian like me? That I thought is a Muslim.
No.
Having Mohammedan tendencies.
Wait.
Anyway.
The thing
that
is
just for that. Let me go straight to the point.
Mm-hmm.
You see, hello?
Go ahead.
Thank you very much. I find it diversionary, if not irritating, when I heard over the news, the recent news I had about a bag of rice being sold for 40,000 naira. And then you must have your national identification number.
No. And it's 50 kg. Oh, it's very big. Oh.
Yeah, 50 kg as it was. Is it 50 or 60? I think it's 50.
50,
but
as in 50.
Yeah. It is, to me, it's very irritating. Why are we publicizing rice? Is rice the only essential food we have in Nigeria?
What else do we have?
People are suffering from, starvation and hunger.
So what else?
Starvation and hunger.
What?
We should be talking about other essential commodities.
Okay.
You understand? And then I think we did advise the government that we should open the border for food to come in. It seems our intelligence is being played upon, and it's very unfortunate. I, for one, I never supported the previous protest, which I felt may not be peaceful as it was.
Okay.
So, but I'm just saying that it should not happen again, because if it happens again, if such protest should happen again, many of us will talk to the street. And to be very unfortunate.
I want to ask you a question. I know that you are one of the advocates of no protests, okay? And a lot of people took offense, and they called me and said, "What is this man saying?" Now I understand your opinion. You're a very strong, opinionated person. But what I'm asking now is, I heard that they're definitely going to be another protest. So, and this time, it might not go your way. Of course, we all know that you don't like it. But I'm going to ask you the second one linked to it. Is it good that the federal government is actually sending some of the protesters to prison? As a matter of fact, from what we got from the news, they said they're actually being sentenced to death. I mean, like, that's we believe that was kind of like a strong move to make them feel that next time they shouldn't do this protest again. Is it the best way to prosecute the people who are actually trying to do a peaceful protest? Does it make any sense that the federal government is actually trying to put them behind bars? In fact, they are behind bars right now, and doing even the worst one by, saying that it's treason. And what's the punishment for treason, for crying out loud? So I want to ask you, how did you see that?
Thank you very much for this question. I heard you loud and clear, and I'm going to answer it. This is misinformation or disinformation.
Wow.
I know that some people have been sent to cell or probably have been accused of treasonable felony. But in fact, I'm even going to come to that as well, but you have me to come to it now. You see, I had somebody, a lecturer for that matter, of Nigerian law school, I don't know whether he's still there, a son, an elder for that matter, elder lawyer, who I felt was misinformed and propagating the saying that he was one of the teachers of the present Honorable Minister of Justice, during his own time, that though he never saw that man, the Honorable Minister that time, but he taught some of his sect members. So that Nigerian government is wrong to have, accuse people of treasonable felony. Fine, there was no peaceful protest in some places in Nigeria, especially in the north. But he was misinformed, just as you are trying to also be misinformed. Why am I saying that? When we talk about treasonable felony, some people in the north were flying the flag of some other countries, especially Russia and China. Russia as a good example. Does that not amount to treasonable felony? Even if it's a rumor or not speculation that the previous protest was has an international dimension, was sponsored internationally. You understand? So, but it's very clear, empirically shown that some people were flying the flag of another country, calling for regime change. is that not treasonable felony? In the first year, it was not so much pronounced, but in the next, it was very clear. You understand? So, but at least somebody like Terry Falano has said that they should release some people who are under detention now, who are still going to court for one case or another. But I'm talking about treasonable felony. The flag as a good example. So that is that. I don't know if I've answered your question. Then you said whether with what is happening, whether I'm going to take part or whether I will support the next protest. It all depends. Just as I've told you, that this rise of a team is a dimensionary matter. Because we have been advising the government that they should open the border. You understand, for other essential commodities to come in. But it seems our intelligence is being played upon. And the argument they can give is about the dollar. You know, because some importers have said, okay, fine, government have issued, have been, duty free, tax free, and tariff free. But how about the dollar rate? That they have to import goods with dollar rate, and the dollar rate is high. So that is the reason why we cannot see all these goods or why the cost of the commodities cannot come down. And then ironically, the government even talking about price control when they themselves cannot even import a lot of commodities into Nigeria. So when you import a lot of commodities to Nigeria, just like a good example as I had during the late Mohammed Murtala regime, when there was price control because a lot of goods were in Nigeria, especially commodities were there in Nigeria. And especially when they, ended the Nigerian Civil War between 1967 and 1970, there were a lot of essential commodities which were, available to the masses. That is just like that. Then I'm talking about petroleum issue, Dangote and the petroleum. You see, this is another diversionary tactic too, because according to what Dangote said, he said he has to wait for government to fix price. But to me, whether the price of Dangote petroleum is higher than what is obtainable now or lower, maybe below government price, to me it doesn't make any sense. What Nigerians should be clamoring for is to make sure that our refineries, at least two, if not four of them, two in Port Harcourt, one in Warri and one in Kaduna, at least two in Port Harcourt should work, simultaneously with Dangote phone, and if possible, other more modular refineries also to function. Once we have a lot of refineries functioning, in fact, the price of our petroleum will come down automatically. I heard that in America, a state is having about 32 refineries.
Exactly.
Saudi Arabia, the same, and other places like that that produce oil. Even in Algeria, Tunisia, and African countries like that, they have other refineries. So why are we, talking about Dangote refinery? I think Dangote is the savior. So what we have to be talking about is the functioning of a refinery. Like the heat say that they have to subject the Warri and the international refineries to private people to man. But how about the Port Harcourt refineries, the two in Port Harcourt, that they will say, postponing their date of production. Since we don't know when they will ever produce oil. So that's that. Then coming to River State, Wike. Are you hearing me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Very good. To the best of my knowledge, I have not heard that there is military of fire brigade. I've never heard of it.
In River
So when
State?
people continue to lambast Wike that he said he's going to put fire in some PDP states that will support his predecessor. I mean, his successor rather. That's Fubara, the so-called godson, who is a traitor now. To me, in my own opinion, is a traitor to Wike. Then when Wike mentioned this, that he is going to take fire in such PDP states that support Fubara. I mean, he was just being metaphorical. It didn't mean that he will put fire literally in such states. But he's telling those states to keep off River State and be mindful of their own businesses. But they don't know how he brought together to be the governor of River State. He stood for River State. He made sure there was a trade-off between him and Bola Ahmed Tinubu during that time. So people are crucifying Wike at the moment just because he supported the present president, that's Bola Ahmed Tinubu, during the 2023 election. That is why all of them are crucifying. That is why they want him out of PDP.
No,
and without him, they wouldn't have been PDP. Because I know how he and the then governor of Ekiti State, Peter Ayodele Fayose, made sure that they pressurized the Buhari administration. Because they were the real opposition party as it was during that time.
But
standing like APC during the time when PDP was ruling. So they were the people, and after Ayodele Fayose left office, he was the one that brought out money to make sure that PDP was still alive. While people was already in Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, it's only during last election that he came. And I think we missed, in fact, use this one opportunity.
Okay.
Probably Bola Ahmed Tinubu had been destined to be the president of this country. Otherwise, I think we was unnecessarily complacent. Because if I were in Atiku's shoes, I would have agreed what Wike told him. You understand? If that to remove, that the last, probably the last thing he said was remove the chairman of PDP at that time. According to Niccolo Machiavelli, you understand? He said, in the action of the ruler, the end justifies the means.
So,
you understand? So, if Atiku had been getting to rule this country, he would have listened to Wike and he would have been the president. But he was so complacent, thinking that without Wike, he will rule this country, that he wins the 2023 election. And thank God, Wike was able to subdue him, and Bola Ahmed Tinubu, being a destined man, was able to win the election.
Okay.
We have been destined to win Nigeria, whether you people like it or not. So people are crucifying Wike for no wrong, for no just.
No, Peter Safer, I beg to differ. Because when you say it's because of the president, that's why they're crucifying him. That's not true. That's not true.
That is true.
No, there's something else.
Very true.
No, it's not because of. It's not because.
People are opposing Wike.
No,
in fact, the program forces in Nigerian politics for today.
Yeah, that's not.
Are you hearing me? I'm not saying that I have not gotten anything from Wike. Never have really gotten anything from Bola Ahmed Tinubu or APC. But I'm a patriot. I have to be patriotic to the end.
Okay.
And that is the reason why I said even the president now seems to be diversionary in nature, by not making sure that things work out well as I have advised. And that is why I also told you that if there's going to be another president, if care is not taken, if the president, does not stop in his procedure, that I must support them. I must support them.
All right.
Hello?
All right.
I pray that it will not work, that the next protest will not work till the end of the day.
It's okay.
I stop for now for others to come in.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Ryan, for giving this opportunity.
Thank you, Mr. Safer. Thank you for calling. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I beg to differ when you say it's because of that he voted for Bola Tinubu as your president. I think I myself, and I know exactly the reason, and I know a lot of other things that is not even in the news, so I can tell you better that it's not about that. That's not the reason why this brouhaha still happening in River State between him and the present governor. Hello, what is your name?
My name is Christian Rahim. Hi, good evening.
Wonderful. The guy just came all the way from. Is Chris? Is that you? Did you? Are you back from the Anunnaki's planet?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Look at that. I'm excited to have you. Thank you for coming by. Have you changed location, or are you still in the same place?
I'm still.
All right. Welcome on board. Thank you. You guys are coming back again. I appreciate that. You're welcome.
It's just the situation of the country is just quite tiring.
Yeah, so it is. So
I just get tired talking about same old.
Yeah, well, it's all good.
Yeah. So there's something something this guy said. Benjamin Franklin Gates. I'm sure you know Benjamin Franklin Gates.
Yeah.
He said those who live on hope will die fasting.
But you know that when you fast, you become a legend.
When you fast, you become a legend, really.
No, for real, fasting is good. You become a legend. I can throw down and tell you exactly what that is. But come on, let me not stop you. Talk. Go ahead.
All right, so those who live on hope will die fasting. Do you understand? I've always said this: patriotism. Name one person who benefited from patriotism. Now, oh, this man is so wealthy because he's patriotic. What is being patriotic? Being patriotic means upholding the country's values over your own. And that's what I love about the Americans. The Republicans, the Democrats might be at war, individual differences, but guess what they would never do? They would never compromise on the values of America.
Okay, so
you know why?
In other words, they would never sell America
Never. They would
to
never
any
do that.
foreign country. Yeah,
They would never.
good. So
They would-
that
they would-
means they'll always stand with the Constitution.
Yes.
All
They
right,
would always.
always.
America would never bring China in to hand over the security matters to them. America would never stand and watch one of their statesmen speak the way Wike would speak. Do you understand? America won't watch by and hand over the refineries of the entire state in what they call that in the US to one person. What has helped the US till today are the small businesses. That's why they thrive. That's why Nigerians can go there and hold, high portfolios.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they don't care if you're Yoruba, Hausa, or Igbo. They don't even care where you're coming from. Most of the Fortune 500 companies, the tech companies, are being run by Indians. Right? Right, yes. So when you now come to the case of Nigeria, it becomes a very distasteful matter. So when I hear some people say what they do, what they say is quite distasteful, because where did we get this so-called democracy from? It's from the US. They also practice the same democracy, but one thing they would never do is to compromise on the... America would assassinate you if they have to defend their values. That is who they are. And it has happened over and over and over again. They don't mind. But in our own case, everybody is bringing up their individual values over that of the nation. That's why, a former accountant general can embezzle $80 billion, naira, and nothing would happen to him. That is why your government can actually earmark 5 billion naira to manage a protest. You understand? And nothing happens. Yeah.
Let me ring a bell for Nigeria. I'm talking about the government.
Yeah. And nothing
When I
happens.
do,
I'm telling you, and you see we're practicing democracy.
yes.
The thing that Wiki said, is the same thing. The thing that Wiki said, people like Sunday Igboho, people like Nnamdi Kanu have said less, and they're behind the bars today. The protesters who are protesting because they are hungry and protesting against bad government, they didn't say this now. Even if it was metaphorical, they didn't even make mention of it. Okay, let's say we forgive Wike, or maybe what he was saying is metaphorical. But Sunday Igboho and the rest, they didn't say none of this now. Sunday has fled the country. And what is Nnamdi Kanu is behind bars. Do you understand? So we should really stop making cases for these people. I've always spoken about the Stockholm syndrome. There's a way you would live with your oppressor so much that every wrong you see becomes right. You can't even begin to point fingers at them because you have now accepted the default setting as the real setting, and you live your life that way, and that has bastardized us. Do you know that to hypnotize certain Nigerians, all I need to just do is let us pray. Everybody becomes a zombie religion. Yeah, we all become zombies religion. Raheem, do you know that we can't, when it comes to the issue of religion, there are certain things God expects us to do for ourselves. The same protest that we're arresting people for is the same protest that brought even this current government into power. The media can't even talk. If you talk right now, they'll arrest you. Meanwhile, you have the Boko Haram still existing. I said something. So I said, do you know that since your president took over, he has not even honored one media interview or a media chat? Not one. Not once did he talk about security.
And so,
Remember,
so what's the difference between him? Is there any difference in him sending somebody for representative to go represent him in any media interview, or
it's wrong. It's wrong because it's wrong because
Come on,
if you
but I mean, if I send somebody to go represent me, I mean, is there anything wrong with that?
for how long? This is almost a year plus. For how long?
And he has a lot of business to do outside there. He's trying to get some investors to come in here and do things,
To come and do what? Where's the light? People are being ported from band C, B to A without their notice, and they tell it to your face, you can go to hell and do whatever you want.
On my show.
What?
You can go to where?
No, I'm saying that is it. No, they're telling you can just go to hell. You just
Say
take
it
it from.
again.
Okay, sorry about that, Raheem. So they take it from band C to band A, and they don't care. Do you understand? It is because our country rewards impunity at the end of the day. So when I hear people say certain things, I just sit down and I laugh. Raheem, do you know that? Maybe some other day we'll discuss this. People don't understand how much this country has killed dreams and buried them in the hole 10 feet under, and they can never rise again. In the US, people in not US, in the other European countries, people are 19, 20, 25. They are done with their masters. They have their PhDs. Some are getting married. Some have their cars. They're living the best of life. Not even up to 30.
But Nigerians also do the same, even do better than them, even in their own country. But
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you have to leave early. That's my point.
Oh, okay.
You have to leave early. If you want to travel, you leave early. That's my point. But we should. Bible says something. It said, "Do not conform to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind."
Okay.
When you take cement, let me explain that about mindset. When you take cement, you're molding cement. If you let the sun beat that cement, it becomes hard. It becomes even hard to mold.
Yeah, true though.
The best time you can mold cement is when it is being prepared at that time. You can mold, shape. Many Nigerians have allowed certain things set in their mind. So it's hard. It's so hard to change. No matter what you say, it's so hard to change. People don't know what they would have been or become if this country was better. Go outside and see what leads to. You spoke about those kids who, I saw those kids now, who were the gen they built, it was powered by urine. You cannot push that technology at the production level in Nigeria. They will take you out.
Yeah.
Because it's not meant to work. They would rather get fuel from their blending plant in Malta and import it back to this country and say we should buy, and you still pay them for subsidy. It's just a very messed up place. But we don't know how raped we have been as a people. Many of us would have achieved so much more, would have been Do you know what Nigerians do when they go outside, Raheem? They do so well, down to education. They do so well, amazingly well. That is why when they go out there, the Europeans want to, take them as their own. AJ Anthony Joshua is in Nigeria now. Is it what's his name? Usman? Is it Adesoya? There are many of them. But when we don't sit down to internalize for ourselves, we don't sit down to think, we assume that what is happening in Nigeria is normal. How do you sit down and you're happy? How does a minister of the FCT stand before people and threaten 36 states in Nigeria? How? Even if it is play. On this show,
he only threatening the states where the PDP governors are predominantly in.
Yes. Does that make sense in a democratic regime? Even the way you and I are talking, I might say, I can even say something to you now, when you say this,
All right.
to people in different states.
All right. All right, Christian.
So yeah. So lastly, when people keep clamoring on, oh, the president should, fire this person. He's not firing everybody in government currently. Yeah, are people he has a stain on. Go and look. He can't fire anybody. He needs them, but they have a stain on them, and if they move rogue.
Friend from California, that's Mr. Ola Adewale. Can you hear me? Okay. Well, I think it's from your own side. I was trying to say that's why I got a message yesterday from Mr. Adewale, Ola Adewale, that he used to usually call us from California. It says that I like that he always liked to ask questions. Doesn't mean that when a politician who's corrupt goes to move to APC, that their life will be sweet, and then they would yogurt to calm my body down. Austin, please get me yogurt. Go down and get me yogurt. Mrs. Please call back. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Edidian.
Edidian,
I'm
go
calling
ahead.
from Exeter.
All right. Edidian, go ahead. What's your open mic today?
Yeah. What I want to say that there is some people that will die in this country and some people will jubilate. And there is some people that will die in this country and some people will mourn with them. So, and there is some people that will also die and their eyes will still be open wide.
Is this connected?
Their eyes will not be closed.
Is this connected to any of what we're talking about or what's going on in the country?
What is going on in the country that Asmike is almighty. Yeah, Asmike claims to be mighty and all. And he said, I will put fire in all the governor that is governing under PDP. That one did not attract any offense. Did not attract treason. Verily. And nobody is called to question. We did not call for questioning. So another thing that is also going on, that APC that we know was formed under propaganda. And one former governor of one state says that anybody that comes to APC, all his sins is forgiven. So I believe that every member of APC today, they are from different parties to be there. And they were people that are already full of different sins. So they are the people that make up APC.
Okay.
So that is why we are in this mess that we are in today.
All right.
So I don't know how we will be delivered from this. If we say that we should go for prayer, we have been praying for a long time. So
Okay.
we need to come out and fight for our rights. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for calling. Hello, what is your name? Are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Welcome on board. What's your open mic today? Okay, I need nobody to slow me down, okay? So please don't slow me down. If you can't hear me, just go ahead and just spit it out. Tell me exactly what you think about the situation. So if you want to rant, go ahead and rant about that thing you want to talk that you didn't have the chance to. This show is actually giving you the opportunity for you to, speak your mind based on the state of the nation, or anything you heard in the news that that doesn't go well with you, or maybe you have a particular thing, a solution. And however, that can be a blessing to everyone who's listening and to the listeners, including myself. It's an open mic Friday. Let's do it. 0700 903 903 903. I got a couple of minutes to take some calls, and then I'm done. 0700 903 903 903, and then 081 7175 6338. And then maybe the newest ones, and then we'll go. Hello.
Hello, this is Mrs. Kenny.
Mrs. Kenny, welcome.
Yes.
It's better.
Thank you. All right. Basically, I wanted to start from the top. You said that today is Read a Book Day.
Yeah.
And you talked about book reading.
Exactly.
I'm just going to go on the policy. I don't want to kind of put any negative vibes around my area. So let's talk about this speed reading thing. There is a special program that they have over there in America called Accelerated Reader. And what it does is it teaches children how to read quickly and how to read a lot of books, and encourages them to read books by rewarding them.
Okay.
So for every book they read, they get a one-man pizza. And where I'm going with this is that in Nigeria, if we're wanting our children to learn how to read, and enjoy reading, we should give them the appropriate, reading level books. So, primary 1, we give them the appropriate books, 2, 3, 4, and so forth. And then on top of that, we as parents, we should reward our children. Whatever it is that we think is a worthy reward, it doesn't have to be money. I don't know why in Nigeria we always tend to jump straight to cash. So let's reward them with other things, for, their effort, So when we do that, the children will be more interested, in reading, and it will be growing that way. Even something as little as if the child's portion from food is maybe one piece of meat, because they finished a book, you can give them 2 pieces of meat. Hey, this extra piece of meat for reading extra book. So something that they want and something that is healthy for them, we should do for them. That's the one side. Then another thing also I wanted to comment about was the children that created that generator. They should not be discouraged. They should continue to do good and great things. There's yet another program also that they call Destination Imagination. I know all these things because I was really involved in my children's school, and I really got myself, around opportunities to stretch their mind, because children are like sponges. As much information as you give to them, they will absorb it and then, put it into becoming better people. So I'm just sharing with parents, anything that can stretch your child's mind, do it. Another thing also that they used to do there is called Nose in the News. And do you know, it was in the Nose in the News that my children actually, it's like a Time magazine. It just has the cover of the Time magazine and it says Time for Kids. And they would have information that is critical for children to know about inventions, about things you don't know about. It was from that Time magazine Nose in the News that I found out about a polar bear being a black animal. But when you look at a polar bear, it looks like a white animal. So they explain that the reason why it looks white is because the sun ray reflecting on the white snow reflects on the translucent fur of the polar bear, which is a black animal, making it look white. But if you pass it through the X-ray machine, a special kind of machine, it will show you that the real color of the bear is black. So those are two things, that can stimulate and tingle the children's brain are the things that we can, be presented to the children. Even a zebra, again, from that same time for kids.
Okay.
It says a zebra is a black animal with white stripes. So in a nutshell, what I want to encourage Nigerians that are listening, parents especially, number one, let's stop negative mouthing. Now things that are going on, let us say from a positive mindset. I take, for instance, I'll give an example about this rice and palliative. If you don't agree with it, you can talk in your family and say, you know what, we are not beggars. This rice palliative is not for us. God will provide. Positive kind of things, not, cascading and ending on a negative note. So look, if you listen to CNN, I'm so sorry, I'm sure I shouldn't have said that. If you listen to this international news channel, okay, if you listen to them, when they're even having, serious debates going back and forth, they never end on a negative note. No matter what the situation is, they are preferring solutions and affirmatively, confessing positively, in every situation. I also want to say that we should continue to be hopeful. Anything can work in Nigeria. If we as Nigerians, when we go outside the country, we excel. It just means that the common denominator is the Nigerian people, and that generally speaking, Nigerian people are good people. So what is happening is the culture, the political whatever arena here. Have I lost you? Are you still there? Hello? I've lost you because I can't hear you anymore. I've lost you. I can't hear you anymore. So I'm just sitting here.
Well, so sorry about that. We had a little technical glitch, and we intend to fix it. So, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Of course. Go ahead. So, round out, Mrs. Kenny. Go ahead.
All right. Yes, I want to say what I'll just say is, in a nutshell, is that we have to keep a positive outlook, a positive mindset, positive compassion. Like when we prefer solutions, we should end up with it's going to be better. Let's avoid saying it will never change. Because we cannot destroy what we're trying to build up. So I'm encouraging us all to be very, very conscious about our utterances and keep confessing positively. Because when those when they are in a round table, no matter what the discussion, wherever it goes, at the end of it all, they say, yeah, we're going to have a good election. Yes, it's good. We're going to see, come through. They always end on a positive note, and I encourage us Nigerians to do the same.
Okay.
So God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigerians. God bless our resources. Nigeria go better in our time. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you. All right. Mrs. Kenny, thank you so much for calling in. Let me see if I can pick a couple of other calls and then see where I can hear from them. 11 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. Okay, that's 11:11. Hello, what is your name? Where you calling from?
My name is Stephen. Good evening. My name is Stephen. I'm calling from.
Your voice is really down. I can't hear you. Can you boost it up a little bit?
My name is Stephen Eka. Can you hear me?
Stevie.
Yes, Stephen. Stephen Eka calling from God.
Steven, are you lying down or you're sitting up?
No, I'm sitting up. I'm up.
But your voice is very low. What do we do?
Oh, can you hear me now?
All right. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to talk about the protesters. You know, and somebody I was listening to you when the caller called and was saying that it's a reasonable felony, and that the penalty was okay because you don't fly. And I want to ask this question. You've heard in this country that Boko Haram goes to kill man, you know, and yet we've never heard of Boko Haram being sent to jail. Reasonable felony. I citizens that are protesting for protesting against hardship, and they are sending them to jail to 17 days to jail. And someone is saying that yes, take it, and we are all Nigerian. You know, the caller called and said something about that there's a level of thinking we've got into, just like when you take your cement you expose your cement to the sun and it gets thick. That's how our Britain is. The guy was so right. He was very right. Connect them where we lose normal sense of judgment. And what do we judge? We judge the defenseless. That those are the ones who want to judge the defenseless. Even when we are judging, we are also defenseless. What is the man trying to? What the government has did is just wrong. Down from the president to the judiciary, everywhere is just messed up. They give justice to the defenseless, to the poor. Those are the people that they really give justice or whatever. But how about the leader? Few money here and without, and they go and they brag. Talk when you have money, talk as much as you like, and nobody does anything. But if you are nobody, just go to your social media page, just type something, and before you know, you're the next victim. And yet, when those at the grassroots will be you know, they'll no. This is just so bad. It's just so messed up. So messed up. Okay, before we get 50 kg of now, we have to go with our national identity card. In Nigeria, food is now something that is hard to come by. The easiest commodity, the cheapest commodity. Now so hard in Nigeria. You can't even get one of 2,000 plus 2,000, and you have to buy the water. Okay, is this civilization? No, is this a civilization all for? You are looking to nowhere. You are just want nowhere.
Okay.
Education is so yearly. You can't even put it into practice. You can't practicalize it. You just can't. Look at who is ruling now. You need us to ask, what are the potential? What are the criteria to be a president? They tell you first school living certificate, and we are okay with it.
Okay. Huh? All right. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Good night.
All right. Good night. Okay, so let me just update you a little, or some stuff that you've already heard. I'm just going to keep you updated. 15 minutes gone past the hour of 11 o'clock. It's still the Open Mic Friday right here. Rahim is my name. And before we go, you already heard it's crazy. The hike is still there. And this last caller who just talked about the the NIN is not about that, is also about the rice that is 40,000 naira, 50 kg rice that you need NIN for. You need NIN for that too. I also got information about the blast that Rhodes Vivo got, the new political blasting surface after Labour Party's plan for Lagos. I'm going to tell you all about it again. And okay, so 2027 Rhodes Vivo, talking about the governorship candidate for Labour Party. So the Rhodes Vivo, other Labour Party leaders blasted over taking over Lagos. That comment, I'll let you know exactly where it is. Let me hear from this person. Hello, what is your name? Where are you calling from?
Hello, this is B Prince.
B Prince, good. Now you have the time, but please don't kill us. I don't want to be bored. But your line is not clear.
Can you hear me now?
Good. That's okay. That's very okay.
All right. The issue here is that there is an adage that says that men or country that depends or stays on prayer to select their leader, either through magic or through prayers, will keep on depending on other countries for help. Actually, from the beginning, there is problem concerning our politicians. When Nigerian Medical Association was calling on our politicians to come and do psychiatric tests to see how they are, their thinking mood and all those things are, they ignored it. They never passed a bill concerning it. Now, this set of people now have been gathered together and set into our political realm. Actually, let me just tell you one thing. Out of 100, 80% of them are occultic. I'm not saying all. Some belong to KKK, some to Illuminati, and so on and so forth. Actually, when you see them traveling out there, it's supposed to be for the well-furtherance of this nation or to their state. But they go to where they know it, something. They say to the wish, that which is good is bad, and that which is bad is good. Fair is foul, and foul is fair. That's exactly how and what is going on in this nation. Now, when you see some of them now coming up to say something openly, actually, what is reasonable felony? On the side of the government, what is genocide? And when you see some of them, they must have, it's supposed to be from them. Because when you go into some articles in 15 years ago, 20 years ago, some of them made a statement which they're supposed to have been charged by now as reasonable felony or inciting a particular saying something that will make the whole inciting talks that make incitement. Now, why am I saying this? We all have seen the category of people that have been there. If you like, shout from now to tomorrow, they will not respond to you. Now, when you talk to the northwest, northeast, north central, and so on and so forth, things that are going on there, a full disgrace to the nation that our APC were fixed and sized up by cabals, bandits. For that reason, the arm of military that I will commend so much is the naval arm of military. They have been doing so well. At least I grade them 60% to start with. But other ones need to die themselves up because the perpetrators, the insinuators, in fact, they have put them in their midst that when you are marching forward, you are looking yourself, you are looking backward because you don't know who and who is at your back. So what am I saying? Whenever our government finish it up with the contract that they have with the bandits, some of our politicians finish it up with the contract they have with our bandits. To start with, the former governor of Zamfara. You can imagine where he is. He's supposed to do something. Now, when you talk of special advisor to the president on security, you can imagine. Now, when you talk of other arms that are so crucial, our vice president comes from Borno. What is he doing? What is the situation at the site of Borno today? And what is his effort towards the cry of the people that have elected him, that have supported him, that have called him our true son? What is his own effort to make that place a reasonable and a reliable place, a place that people can go say, at least our vice president is from this area? Listen and listen attentively. Let me remind Nigerians again. If we cannot stand up to stop our war, we will cry more war. I repeat, if we do not stop the war today, we will cry more war. God bless you, people.
Thank you for calling. Appreciate you. Okay, so there's been this thing going on, and and it's about Vivo Roads and all the leaders of the Labour Party. And I told you they were blasted over the taking over Lagos comment that they made. So that's been trending also. So maybe I should just bring that on to fore. So we heard that there's been tensions rise ahead of the 2027 election cycle. Political discourse in Nigeria is once again dominated by the power plays and future aspirations. A recent statement by Labour Party Badibo Roads Vivo about plans to take over Lagos has backed backlash from civic groups. And of course, the critics argue that the focus on the future election is overshadowing the immediate need for good governance and solutions to the country's pressing economic issues. I'll tell you more about that. Hello, what is your name, please?
Ryan.
You're welcome.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I greet everybody, the listener all over the world. This is Mr. Henry calling from my brother.
All right, Mr. Henry, you're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome, sir. What I need to talk on this issue of Nigeria. In fact, first and foremost, let me start from those our callers. We can't finish this Nigeria issue this night. So we just, because some of the things when I want to talk now, I don't even forget. Do you understand me? So talking, repetition, we can't sort anything. Let's hit a point once and for all. And let other people can be in the line. We are many in the line. We are in the queue. I don't press, so tell my hand, don't pay me.
Sorry.
You understand me?
Sorry.
So what I need to say on this issue is that pertaining, there's another issue I want to tell. There was some days ago, this Kenneth Okonkwo, sorry, it's just like it's part of the news anyway. So telling that they need a vibrant. Can you hear me, Mr. Ryan? Hello, sir.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. So the man calling that they need a vibrant young blood. At least I myself, Mr. Henry, I challenge him. He's still, in fact, he's a young age. Do you understand me? He should come outside. Let's know what he can do. He's not older than Obi. At least he's younger than Obi and the other names he called. So let's start from the house he lives. We can start from there. Make we conduct compound to compound election. So let anybody agree with him. I think if we will start from there before we can talk about local government chairman or any other post in Nigeria. So he should come outside and contest for one position. Not that who knows him, by the way, to be telling
if not that because of 2023 election that Obi went and brought in and make one of the position for his campaign or office, who knows Kenneth Okonkwo, by the way. Well, my brother, I think that I'll maybe let me give a full stop for this so that other people can talk. And let me still take what I supposed to say about this issue this night. I don't forget them. So now the one where time I'm at talk.
That one is okay.
I don't forget.
It's okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling.
Do what I could do.
All right. So it doesn't matter. You still have the time to call back again, maybe some other time. And the talk near the end, according to what you said. So, hello. What is your name, please?
Hello, big guy.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at the voice. You're welcome on board.
Yeah, it's Casey on the line. Casey from Selebe.
All right.
Alimosho.
Okay. Cassie, you're welcome. Open mic.
Yeah. Okay, so I just joined, not, let me say, few minutes ago.
All right.
So, yeah, the last caller just called to my mind what I wanted to say concerning Kenneth. You see, please, if you see Kenneth, tell him he's still living in bondage. He should leave that bondage.
No, that's wrong.
Hmm?
That's wrong. You don't say that now. He's not
No,
living
he acted the film now. No, I mean he acted the film.
I know, but what you're saying, you say he's still living in bondage. You should have said he's still. You should go and do a part 2 or part 3 or part 4 of that movie, and not saying he's still living in bondage. Henry, Casey, sorry.
I'm saying come out of that movie.
All right.
I'm not like telling him he's still bound in chains. No, I'm saying like he should come out of that movie. He's still living in that movie. This politics is no longer movie. It's not a movie. It's reality.
So
he cannot just turn tomorrow. I mean, he cannot just turn all of a sudden and start talking about or talking against his principle. It doesn't make sense. And now he has the president.
Do you know that might even be a politics that he's playing?
I know.
And so his politics is playing. He's not living in any bondage. It's politics. It's all politics. This is politics. And then you know that the Nigerian politics is quite very sarcastic. Is rough. And he's very is cunning. So he's playing politics and he's doing it for his own favor. And it might not be that he's talking against his principles. It might be that it's just a game he's playing. Just have that in mind.
But definitely that will not make his principals happy because it doesn't sound well. But he's not a governor. Why can't he be charged for his state?
But I didn't. Did he say anything bad?
Yes, for saying he will put fire on the state governed by PDP.
Oh, okay, that statement. You feel that's a bad statement that you should be arrested?
Yes, it's an inciting violent statement.
Okay, fine.
So he should be charged.
Okay.
He doesn't have immunity, right?
Okay. So you and me know, you've been listening all this while. Maybe by chance you would have actually listened to one of our other programs, maybe in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, and you might have actually heard somebody say something like, "He cannot be charged, cannot be, because he's working hand in hand with the president." Does it make sense? Does it make sense? Hello, Casey, are you there? Oh, Casey's gone. All right, Casey, if you're listening, I'm not the right person for that question. I mean, to answer you. We all know so many things, but we don't know how to say it. Hello?
Good evening, sir.
Wonderful. Akuchinyere, you're welcome. That's nice to have you.
Thank you.
When you breathe like this, what do you expect me to do? This your breathing can sweep me off my feet and stone me on the floor.
Please don't fall here.
No, come on. Come on. This is Akuchinyere, don't worry. See, I'll visit you this month. See, this coming month, at the end of the month, you will see me. Okay? So calm down.
That is so sweet.
Okay, so you're happy now, huh?
Why won't I be happy?
Oh, look at this one.
Come and join me. Come and join me. I'm taking your juice that you introduced me, that you taught me.
Oh, okay. All right, that's nice. I'm going to give you another one. I'll send you another one.
When? Tonight?
Yeah,
Tonight?
well, I'll send it through the portal. I'll send it to you.
All right. No problem. So, greetings to everyone, home and abroad. I want to...
Nah, man. I could you just know that you're the last caller for tonight. So finish up and what you started, finish it. Nah, man. Where will I start? Nah, man. Atago. No, it will not happen in Jesus' name. Amen. I mean, what happened? I understand. I understand.
God, this is end of the week. We don't even know what next they're going to bring to us from Monday. Nobody know what you're going to face. But I believe it will be a good one, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, you talked about the egg from the beginning of your show. Why people consume more than one egg. So I want to ask you, the frying eating food now.
Hey, you want to ask me? I'm waiting. Nah, man, this egg is egg to know. It's egg to know. You want to talk about? I'm going to go ahead. Let's talk about it. No, go ahead.
So I want to ask you, eating fried egg, because you made a mention of why people is consuming more than one egg. What about the people that love eating fried egg? And you know, when you want to fry egg, you can't just fry only one egg. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So what about that? What about, is it not almost consuming more than one egg as well?
Okay. And that one is that if you're frying egg and you want to, I'm not going to be the one to tell you not to take more than one egg. Okay. I'm just saying, is a suggestion from me?
No, I understand.
Okay.
What I'm asking you.
Mm-hmm. That one that you fry, the one that we're talking about that you fry, is possibly because you want to eat it with rice, Abi. And you're with something else, maybe plantain, boiled plantain, fried stuff, or yam, which is not even good for some of us. But some people like it. But the thing is, you are definitely doing it with one or two persons, right? You can do as much as you can. Is there's something that they taught us that we grew up with that. But if only you want to do fried stuff, of course, one might look very small and scanty in the frying pan. So you might do two or, more than that. But I wouldn't advise you to eat all of it if there is nothing to blend with it.
I'm not even eating it any longer. No, I'm no longer eating fried egg, but I'm just asking. I'm no longer eating fried something, but I'm just asking for the benefit of those that is consuming it.
Yeah, well, young people can actually, if you're very young and you don't have any cardiovascular problem, any cardiovascular related diseases, fine, you can go ahead and eat more, but you have to be careful. It doesn't have to be every time. You can eat more than more than two, maybe two or three. But if you're plenty and you're eating a lot you can do as much as you can because you're sharing it to others. But literally for adults that might be checking their blood, their cardiovascular or cholesterol or whatever it's called, you do not need to eat more than one a day is okay. That is, and it's best when it's boiled. is better than frying it. That's for adults. But for kids, younger people, at least they can eat more than two, because but when you're growing, when you're 30 years plus, 40 down, you start taking care. I'm just saying. I mean,
Okay. No problem. Good night.
Thank you so much for calling. I know Akuchina wants to. I know. Yeah, same to you. Happy weekend. I know Akuchina wants to hear my voice, but you got it. Hello. Okay. Lower the volume, please. Thank you. All right, Madam Quality Love. You're welcome on
I
board.
just want to say hi to you.
Yeah. Thank
And
you.
to my beautiful sister, I just heard her voice.
Oh, okay.
It has been a while. I have not heard her voice. So immediately she called, I said yes. Thank God I heard her voice now.
Yes.
So Akushina, if you are hearing my voice, I say happy new moon to you. And I want to tell you that I love you.
Wait, hold on. You say you love me or Akuchina?
No,
No,
I
just want to know if
I said I want to tell her.
Oh, her. Okay. All right.
I love you too. I love you too.
Oh, nice. Well, Akuchina, don't get jealous, okay? Because I also have the love too. Thank you.
My VOP family, I so much appreciate this station. It's giving me overjoy.
Okay.
It's giving me overjoy. For me to be still awake, I just followed your program last time and I enjoyed it. I'm always following up.
Okay, thank you so much.
So, I don't want to talk about Nigeria. I don't want anything that will make me to have a bad dream. No. I don't want it. As long as every day God's showing up for us, giving us good health, putting food on our table anyhow. We don't know how God do it for us. But all I know that we have not gone to bed empty hunger ever since all this saga.
I like that.
So as the country is, I know that so many people are going to bed empty hunger. And for me and my family, we have not been. So I just want to use that opportunity to say, God, I thank you. And to all the callers, so I just want to say good night to all of you. I have a sweet dream. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye.
Madam Quality Love. Okay, maybe one of those days I'll get to meet with all of you and we're going to have a party. But I don't think it's really going to be now that we're having such issues of economic goodies. That is, Nigerians only needs this. If Tinubu can do this, Nigerians only need the basic reverse. Basic. Okay, Nigerians only needs the basic. Reverse the fuel and diesel prices. Reverse electricity tariff to what it used to be, so companies won't be leaving Nigeria. Send troops to the north. Send troops to the north to help secure farmers while on the field or while in the field. Use this same might they are using now to tell one ethnic group that they are not above anybody. Return people at the IDP camps back to the ancestral lands. Make a policy of forfeiture. Make the policy of forfeiture and jail terms for any individual that keeps. Okay. I'm trying to understand what you wrote. He said, okay. Wow. All right. So if Tinubu can do this, and this is what you're listening, Nigerians only needs the basic. Reverse the fuel and diesel prices. If Tinubu could do this, reverse electricity tariff to what it used to be. If Tinubu can do this, reverse so that companies won't be leaving the country. I mean, companies will be leaving, the organizations will not be leaving the country. Nigeria. Send troops to the north to help secure farmers while on field. on their farms, use the same might that they are using now to tell one ethnic group that they are not above anybody, return people at the IDP camps back to the ancestral lands, make policy of forfeiture and jail terms for any individual that keeps more than $5,000 at home, and finally fix. I wanted to do a lot of other things by telling you some of the updates that I've got up in here, the newest in town. I've got talking about the Nigeria and China, the deal they made, the seal of $3.3 billion brass industrial pact deal. Okay, we're hearing this one. Is another deal? Okay, and then what else again? That Nigeria, China signing that deal of $3.3 billion industrial pact deal. I don't know, but you're definitely going to hear it maybe in the news or maybe in any other of our subsequent programming coming on after today. And then again, FNAB, those of you heard exactly what happened, but if you've not heard about this issue, I'm just going to try. I know my time has gone far. This beautiful girl, or beautiful lady from FNAB that were killed, adopted, and I heard that the guy who killed her, adopted her first and killed her, killed his own sister, killed someone, has been on. We keep hearing about this, so I just want to throw this out so you get it in case you've not heard it. So the university, talking about the Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta University, convened this condolence message to the in a statement made and available to journalists on Friday, and signed it. That's today, and signed it, and it's quite unfortunate. As a matter of fact, the university said that the news of the adoption and the subsequent killing of Cristiano Hido had brought the school great pain and untold sorrow. He has therefore demanded that the security agencies ensure that those behind the terrible act paid for their, I would love to talk about this thing, but there are too many things in my head, so sorry. But you definitely will hear it, and of course I know you've been hearing it from other of our programs, and the subsequent stories, and what the stories will be evolving, and you'll be hearing things, and so. But what I'm going to tell you before I leave, everybody always believe that they are protected. Somehow God is protecting them. Don't always think that. Don't always think that if you're not sure of yourself. So young ladies, young men who have guidance, please listen to your parents and listen to, because it's very important. And see, this is a period of crazy things, so you should be careful, because this thing can happen to anyone. Remember, I told you about a story that was last week or 2 weeks ago about a lady that was killed. She's a medical doctor, she's rich, and she's from a family of wealthy family and very educated family that was living, is it Abuja? No, yeah, here in what's it called, in Lagos here. And she lives alone, but she was killed by her own housemaid in collaboration with the housemaid and with her workers, security, and the rest of them. 3 of them. And the reason is very simple. When they were caught, they were denying it. The house girl or the housemaid was the one who actually told the police officers that she collided with other workers for her. Other workers. We have workers like cooks, we have workers like laundries and security and all that. She collided with them, 2 of them, to kill her. And how did this happen? We should be talking about this so people can be careful, okay? It happened a night or a day when caught by her boss, by the lady. And then because of that, she was killed. So these things happen a lot of time. We should be careful. This is a time that we need to be more careful. Please, you need people to help you. Be sure you're getting the right people. Anybody can change anytime. All right, get the right people to be in your house. And please, this is not time for I want to be alone as a girl, or I want to go to places without telling people. People need to know things. Now I can talk more than that, but I wish you all the best, and everybody come. It's a weekend. Please take it easy with you, and wherever you do, make sure that you know what you're doing, and you're taking the right decision. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you guys. Now see you again next week, Tuesday, down to Friday again. So have a lovely weekend. All right, have fun and be lifted. God bless.